For what's trending, for what's happening, for what's going on, it's the Friday show. Welcome to another wonderful edition of this wonderful show. I'm Naomi and I'm going to be your host today. I'm going to be sharing with you amazing things that have been happening on the social media world. All the cat fights and all the celebrity show-offs and all the entertainment gurus. Everything that's been happening. Today, co-hosting this show with me is Sarah. Sarah, how are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm fine. Welcome to this show.
Right, thanks.
Okay, Sarah, I hope you are ready for this amazing gist that I'm going to be dropping.
Alright, keep it rolling.
Okay, she said keep it rolling. So guys, today we are going to be dealing on an issue that has become not just an ethnic issue, a social media issue, but the whole industry, from the entertainment to the political to the economic, every sphere is affected by this particular issue that we're bringing. So the topic is the Ooni of Ife's palace. What exactly is happening? What's going on? So Sarah, earlier this week we was it earlier this week? Something around last week. Yeah, last week. The show queen, I'm sorry to say that, Queen Naomi, the Prophetess Naomi, she came on her Instagram and she dropped a long message. The message was saying that she's ending her 3-year-old marriage.
Or she just ended a 3-year-old marriage.
She just ended a 3-year-old marriage with the Ooni of Ife. Let's not forget that Queen Naomi is like one of the prettiest, yeah? She's so lighting, fine. And most of the functions that the Ooni of Ife attends, Queen Naomi is always with him. You guys now? She's like almost at every function with him. And then some persons actually thought that
she was the only queen.
So months ago, I think it's last month or 2 months ago, we saw the event of another queen. That's Queen Ashley. She's dark skinned, she's pretty, and yes, and unlike the other queens, unlike the other wives of the Ooni of Ife, she's still more visible. We saw some functions of which she attended with the Ooni of Ife, and then the last festival they held at the palace, Queen Naomi was sitting with the Ooni of Ife, and then she was sitting behind. That actually brought up a lot of issues on social media. People were like, she was out attraction and all that. One thing to know about Queen Ashley is that she's almost as visible as Queen Naomi. And that's because she has a deep understanding of the cultures and the traditions of the Ife people. And because of this, the king usually sends her on some of the functions he cannot attend personally. So she's quite visible. The Ife people love her and all that. So do you think because of that, favoritism is shifting from Queen Naomi to Queen Ashley?
We are humans.
Definitely.
So definitely, I think in my own, we are humans. To me, I think it's because there's a new person. For example, you have before she has Ooni's attention.
True.
As in, despite the fact that she said that's not the reason she ended the marriage, or she's ended the marriage, but I feel that is still part of it. Maybe not the major reason, because girl, just imagine your husband taking someone else everywhere. No, our husband
girl is not married.
No, as in, I'm just telling you something now.
Okay.
Where you know this, as in, it's supposed to be you and the Ooni before.
Yeah.
Now, Ashley is not there. And listen, there are some things Naomi would not be able to do or could not do because she's a prophetess.
True.
Ashley will be able to do it because she's not into this religious stuff. She's not really into this
culture, tradition.
She's not really into this church thing. So she's very free to do this tradition thing. Because definitely forget the fact that she's married to a Christian or or maybe, I don't understand, maybe the Ooni of Ife is trying to portray Christian. Don't forget, this is royalty. There's a crown involved in it. There are some traditions involved in it.
True.
A wife has to play the role of a traditional wife. Ashley is fitting in, and maybe that now is maybe this particular time, this particular period, there's more role for the traditional wife to play than the prophet's wife or the prophetic wife or the prophetess wife to play.
Yes.
So that's why you see, and that's why Ashley is more visible now.
Okay. So it's not as if favoritism is shifting. It's because there are more roles that
And the jealousy is not creeping in. Like, this would have been me. You know, that kind of thing. Maybe, as in, we are humans. We understand. When attention is shifting from us, you will ask, what was happening? At first, what she said the king even told her before he went ahead to marry Queen Ashley.
Yeah.
Which you understand. He told you, you cannot even stop if he did not even tell you. That's the truth. Now, you met others. Even despite the fact that you are claiming that you are the only wife. The only married wife, according to you in your claim.
So she's the only queen.
Yeah, she's the only queen. But they are. And there is still other wife before you. The queen has children before yours. The only thing that I'm saying that you have an upper hand in the sense that you gave birth to the first prince.
Okay.
Which I know that other princes are coming.
Yeah.
Yes, other princes are coming.
Definitely.
So I believe one thing. You have the queen's, you have the king's heart. You have been going out with him. Everybody has been seeing you.
Yeah.
Just allow Queen Ashley to do her own part. Let her be the traditional queen wife, in the sense that let her play traditional role, which you know you cannot play because of your religion.
All right. So from the Instagram post that Queen Naomi posted on her Instagram handle, she said a lot of things. She even threw light and tried to clarify people that said that she prophesied herself into the king's harem. She came out to say no, that the king actually proposed to her and she accepted, and then she married
she actually loved the king.
Yes, and she respects him, so that's why she married him. She also said that in one of her talks that God actually approved her marriage with the king. She also said that her son was her assignment when she came with him. So she felt like, okay, her assignment is done now, so she can leave. Then she mentioned that she smiled through some struggles. We understand that every marriage goes through rough edges.
Yes.
Come on now.
People are not telling they're not telling you what they are going through.
Yes, people are not really saying what they are going through in their marriage or in their homes. But then she came out to say she's done and all that. Then boom, they shocked us yesterday. We saw before then, a day later, after that post, the official spokesman of the Ooni of Ife's palace came out to say it was not her that posted it, that her Instagram handle was hacked, that the message was not from her, that the queen is still well, the queen is in the palace. But every other thing points that she's not there. Every other occasion the king has attended, she wasn't there. So that brings us to suspect that, okay, even if she's still in the palace, then definitely there is something wrong.
Yeah.
You get now. And if you are saying that the queen is still in the palace and that there is nothing wrong, a video surfaced yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes. Accompanied with a lot of messages that the king, the rulers and the elders, the king's men went to beg her, and that she was returning to the palace. In that video, we saw her returning to the palace in a very beautiful regalia. Of course, Queen Naomi is beautiful, just as beautiful as this Naomi, of course. Yeah. So we saw the video of her returning to the palace yesterday. That brings the question: who is deceiving who? Because the official statement says that her Instagram handle was hacked. So why is she returning to the palace? Do you have something to say about that?
First off, okay, it's just two questions. I think both of them are deceiving each other.
All right.
In her write-up, she wrote something like, let me quote. She said, like Saul, when God was done with Saul, he told Samuel, I am moving on.
Okay.
So now she said the same way our purpose in the palace was the son. Now there's a video showing that you are going back.
Maybe there's a new assignment.
Listen, even the Bible verse she's using to cover up for herself, or to try to cover the issues. God God rejected Saul simply because Saul disobeyed and didn't do what God asked him to do. That was the reason Saul was rejected, not because maybe the assignment was done. No. The Bible says God asked Saul, kill everybody in the Amalek. Everything. Kill the king, kill everybody. But no, Saul brought the best of the oxen, the best of the cattle. He said the people said they should offer it as a burnt sacrifice to God. And the instruction was kill. So it was that's why the statement of the phrase or the quotation of
when God
obedience is better than sacrifice, that's where it came in.
Wow.
That's where it comes from, sorry. And imagine her saying that like Saul when God was done. Okay, in other words, she disobeyed or what?
Let's not try to dissect what she means by that, because her best the reason why she used that verse is best known to her.
Yes.
So let's not try to dissect it. You understand now?
But I know it's best known to her. You are right.
Yes, it's
but
best
even that quote is still wrong in that quotation, because in Saul's issue, Saul disobeyed. Okay, anyways.
Yes.
Then also to the palace spokesman, you said this. I believe one thing, they are trying to cover up, because when I even saw the post the first time, I was like, what? A queen leaving the king? Is this now a normal marriage that we see that a wife can just divorce because of some certain issues? I know in some tradition like Edo State, the Oba wives.
Yes, actually, hold on that. Online, people have been like trolling the whole thing, like, how can a royal family be doing this kind of that normal family do? And people were like comparing the Ooni of Ife to the obaofbenin, and people were like, no, they are like on a different level. You cannot compare the obaofbenin to the Ooni of Ife. Like the obaofbenin, you don't even know the wives are not social wives. You will not say you want to leave the Oba, like, who are you?
Okay,
Sophia, please continue.
The Oba, okay, let me say, okay, we will not compare the both of them together, but let the sense of the fact that he's a king. The truth is, I believe one thing. We let the people of that community, they still believe in tradition. Just imagine a husband, if the king's wife can actually leave the king. That means the chief said they are not even sure that their wife can leave. That means their wife have every audacity to leave them too.
Yes, and please let's not forget that the Ife land is a land of tradition. Like they carry tradition like this on their head. That's why the Ooni of Ife is so influential. And the Ooni of Ife's palace, the significance alone to the Yoruba land is so high that it should not be trampled upon. So this whole thing is like a dirt. Okay, it's not really nice. Seriously. Doesn't tell well of the royal family at all.
Because they are role models.
Yeah, because they are role models. And she went on to say that but then people are saying that this particular video that we saw of her returning to the palace is an old video. Yes. So do you think that something is fishy? Do you think they are still trying to cover up the queen leaving the king?
The truth is, maybe it's an old video, but I want to say something, whether it's true or not. But my own point is that the first time I saw that issue of her leaving the palace, I wasn't, there was something in me that was like, how come? As in, this is something that even if somebody had said it, I wouldn't have believed if I didn't actually see the post on our Instagram page myself. Yeah. But the palace spokesman said is a lie or something like that. But they should please, okay, maybe it was act or not. They should please try as much as possible to allow things like this not be seen or heard in public.
Sure,
it's not good, because these people, the community people, they're actually looking up to them. Yes, now they are just like the same way people look up to pastors. As in church, the congregation look up to pastors. The same way traditional people, the community, they look up to their king. So just imagine if respect and regard is not given to a king, then who else in that community deserves it?
All right. Okay. We're still going back to her Instagram post, which was allegedly not from her, that the Instagram account was hacked. In that in that post, she said that she no longer wants to be acknowledged as the Queen of Ife.
Instead of the Queen of the people now.
She now wants to be acknowledged as the Queen of the people and the mother of her son. What's your take on that?
That's to show that she's no longer in the marriage. It's very simple. I don't want to be acknowledged as the Queen of Ife, but the Queen of the people. In the sense that God's people, don't forget that she was into a ministry before he got married to the king. And maybe the ministry, she's not having time for the ministry anymore. So she wants to be God's people, the Queen of God's people, the mother of her son, which is already the mother of the son already. So it's just a way that the marriage is already has already hit the rock bottom.
Okay, so in recap, let's like the whole gist for this Ife, the Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi saga is that we are still unsure. Don't forget, this queen is like everywhere with the king. Once you see the king, you see her. People thought she was, as I said earlier, people thought that she was
the only wife.
Like, if for you to know the other wives, you have to Google them. And then Queen Ashley came into the picture. She said she gave the permission. You know, the king told her that before he married Queen Ashley. And then Queen Ashley came into the picture, and she was equally not as visible as Queen Naomi, but she was also very visible. And don't forget, Queen Naomi is a prophetess, so there are some things that she cannot do that Queen Ashley will do easily. She also runs a foundation that the Ooni of Ife funds. She also has a ministry.
But she's not just the only one that runs foundation. All the wives,
yes, runs foundation. She also said she has never been married and that the Queen's Prince is the first child she gave birth to. And for now, that video that we saw yesterday is still speculated to be reported to be an old video. We are still not sure of that yet, but whatever comes out of it, don't worry, we'll keep you posted. And that's all we have today on the show for you. Drop your comments for us at the comment section. We look forward to seeing your comments, guys. Like, we want to know what you think about this whole Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi saga. Also, do you think it's right that people are comparing the traditional ruler of the Ife land and that
of the
Benin Kingdom? Thank you very much for staying with us on the show today. We look forward to having you next time. Don't worry, with more and more of juicy stuff. Follow us on all our social media handles as VOS TV Niger if you are not doing that already. Subscribe to this channel and click on the notification button to see more of our videos. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.